and the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. To throw, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Looking to throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Under fire. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Pirates are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Pirates! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Got a little space. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vegas. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Red pass, it's complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Pirates, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, East Carolina. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. From the gun, the ground game. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quickly to the tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, better look out! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job. Quarterback, and don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Smith dropping to pass. Buys a little extra time. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. This time on target. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, ECU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. quarterback keeper. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Johnson. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Florida. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. All the way to the 48-yard line.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes, back able to make a cut, first down.
And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
That's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun to give, looking for room. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. This time it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Green. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I think offensive coordinators who stick a guy and keep him in the same spot are doing that guy a big disservice. If I have a guy like this who's such a playmaker and got the speed and athleticism he does.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown UNLV.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made it look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. You gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
He'll take it himself. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. The Gators in the hurry up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football.
Running free. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Smith dropping to pass. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. You gotta affect him. Really nice job.
Gonna throw it over the top of the D. Snags it on the right. Finds a seam. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the move. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Smith wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Hard running there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got the first down. Looking for more. All out of space. Touchdown, Gator. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return.
And I like the aggression.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Robinson looking to pass. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
Second down, he'll throw it. Steps away to find some room. Now he's looking into the middle. He's got it on the outside. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Wide open space. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker, turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Smith dropping to pass. Working that left side. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And that one's incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw again. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bush. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Robinson will throw. Got a man. It's Johnson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's past the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Hokies want to move quickly. Pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. For straight line speed, Virginia Tech's had a lot of quarterbacks over the years who had some wheels.
I mean, this guy's got so much gas. He can just get up and go so quickly, and then they bring the fake in there, and there's just a lot to...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Smith wants to throw. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes! He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
That's a really good looking run there. You think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30, he's got to wait. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
When you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Smith dropping to pass. Wiggles free. He'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways and try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Smith wants to throw. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Rebels will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Second down coming up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pucks it out of the air. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. He wants it all. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Smith dropping to pass. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stowers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. And the Hokies will hustle to the line. Creates a little room. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback extends the play, finding open areas. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Robinson looking to pass. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll start this drive with a pass.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the...
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Fit it in the window for the score.
Gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this 1st half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're adding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. The Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Coming out with it, it's Bush. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else, but in pre-snap.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Hokies.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Smith wants to throw. Working that left side now. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Rushes on him. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Smith dropping to pass. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. Now improvising. Got the back over the middle.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he could hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
That pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches...
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Catch in the middle. It scores. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Robinson will throw. Here's the pressure. The throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rebels offense is back on the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Smith wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Green. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Halted in the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets complete.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. And they swarm him under.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. Max going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Bush. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I've always been a fan of staying aggressive until there's zeros on the clock. I know they've got a big lead, but they're not going to put their 4th-string offense out there and just run fullback dive. While we're competing in this game, while we're staying on the field, stop us. We're going to keep taking shots, and you're seeing the speed, the athleticism, the playmakers that they have still going to work here late.
Quarterback will keep it. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down.
Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Hokies are in the hurry-up. Robinson looking to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Johnson. Open space at the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Hokies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Trying to pull his way in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they're knocking on the door.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vegas.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Tate. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, And right away, this offense is humming.
Slithers into space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another 1st down, 1st and 10 again.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Snowed under by the defense.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try to get it through the air. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him the sack. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he can't hang on. Will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Tebow. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. Touchdown, UNLV. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not. Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Defense wants to bring the heat. The inside handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Montana. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Rebels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good... The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback making checks. Smith wants to throw. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball, placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. To throw again. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Unleashes one. Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Power football with the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. And the Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. That completion will take take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Might be changing the route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Rebels. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Dropping back, it's Bradford. And his throw is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Might be calling a hot route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's caught downfield. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle of the screen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Nanoseconds until he was swarmed under for the sack.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going to the running game, heading off the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grab behind the line. It's Warrior. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. It's a running roll, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
And the extra point was good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The Rebels in the hurry up. He wants to change this route. Smith wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it out quickly. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it along the sideline. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He gets the pick, but not the pick six as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Wallace. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Bradford. With the catch, it's Haynes. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Trying to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive through. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what...
started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Quick release by the QB. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Gets rid of it. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
So now it's 2nd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. I can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's got it down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Smith wants to throw. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man. It's Green. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rebels are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the fullback. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Smith dropping to pass. Zings it complete to the right. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Fires to the big fella. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Fires it down the seam. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Just keeps slinging it. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's loose. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNLV.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Buying some time. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Stowers. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. The short hands. It's Stowers. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. To the air on first down. Quarterback adapted. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Trying play action. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback.